Welcome to the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is TJ.
Hello.
We are back from the dead. Do you realize it's been 3 months?
Yes.
I did not realize
Yes.
that until I was sitting down to get ready, and I was like, November to December, December to January, January to February. Holy shit!
Yep.
So, Grant,
It's been a while.
I was like, holy crap! And then I thought about it. I think I've watched maybe 3 movies. Maybe 4, maybe, since October, because October just runs me down.
Agreed.
It's fun. Like, I'm not complaining. But, like, it's, 31 days of editing. It's just like, okay. So, now we usually take our break in November.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't usually last that long, like 3 months. But we are back, and we are talking about the Cloverfield paradox. Now, I'm assuming that, TJ, you are wondering that how can I word it? You're thinking to yourself, okay, Philip said, hey, do you want to do a podcast? Because A, I really, really liked it, or B, I really, really hated it and I wanted to rant.
It could go either way.
Right. So on this one, I'm going to eat crow. I am. Before we started, I will admit, I was kind of making fun of it. The trailer that you had me watch, I thought looked kind of shitty.
I believe you compared it to Leprechaun in space.
I was like, Leprechaun, I mean Cloverfield in space. Yeah, I own up to that one. I did. I was like, is this going to be like Jason X or
Hey.
Hellraiser dead whatever in space?
Leave Jason X alone.
I know.
It was a good movie.
It was fun. I really like this.
Yes,
It
agreed.
was surprisingly good.
I am a little bit biased. I tend to always enjoy these space horror drama movies.
Okay. Yeah, I'm usually I lean towards favorable,
Mm-hmm.
but there are some like the ones I didn't like I could probably count on one hand of the ones I've seen. But yeah, I was kind of worried about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then watching that trailer didn't help any at all. That trailer did not do this movie justice at all.
It was 30 seconds.
I know, but they showed stuff that looked really corny. Like, ooh, okay, spoilers coming. So if you haven't seen the movie, skip ahead, I guess. This is a spoiler podcast, so spoilers incoming. When the guy's arm is crawling by itself, that looks so stupid out of context. I was like, oh my god, that looks so dumb. It looks so dumb. So
Out of context.
So I'm going to, since I'm eating crow on this one, I'm going to read the quote that I said to you in Facebook before we watched the movie. After I saw the trailer, I wrote to TJ. I said, so they created a monster in a lab in space. It escaped or was shuttled out by its creator before the other crew could kill it. The end. So fucking wrong. The only thing I got right there was a crew in space.
Yep.
That's the only part of my assumption that I got right. Yeah, it was just really well done.
Like, the production value, fantastic. Star power, fantastic.
Yes.
Storyline, fantastic.
I like this one actually more than 2. As you know, I think you liked 2. I did not.
Yeah, I highly enjoyed 2.
Yeah, I liked 2 until the last 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just felt like they made another movie and just tacked on 10 minutes to call it Cloverfield,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was complete bullshit. But the first hour and a half or whatever, that was fantastic. Even though Cloverfield did feel kind of tacked on again in the Earth scenes. But I understood it.
Yes.
With the space station being called Cloverfield, it finally brought it full circle.
Yep.
Still not quite sure how Cloverfield got to Earth. Like, when? When did that happen?
Best I can guess is just when...
They jumped or whatever?
Yeah, in the process of launching Shepard,
Yeah.
it sent them to another dimension and probably pulled that thing from some other dimension.
Because it just sounded like their thing exploded on the other dimension, but they swapped. But yeah, I mean that's the smart money, but I thought it could have been explained a little better.
Yes.
It's just like, oh hey, there's Cloverfield now, which is what I call the monster, everyone. So it's called Cloverfield. it's kind of like something like it's good. Like, I don't know what to say right now without going through my notes. It was really tense. We'll get to our holy shit moment, but there was a lot of them to choose from.
Indeed.
We'll also get to our mediocre moment, or whatever the hell we're going to call it. If there was one, if any. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. And I judged the book by the cover, and I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm. So, yay.
Yeah, big yay. Like, okay.
Turned out not to be a piece of shit.
Yes, I was like, oh god, it's in space. Oh god. Oh no. That's such like 50-50. But it had this real Event Horizon feel to it.
Yes.
Like this, like almost like the ship was alive at parts. Gave it that real Event Horizon feel, and I liked that. It was like Event Horizon meets Gravity. With Sandra Bullock, which is also really good. So that's, if I was going to compare it to, or mesh it between two movies, it'd be those two.
And as far as like the ship feeling like it was alive, like poor Chris is it O'Dowd?
Yes.
O'Dowd?
Yeah, O'Dowd, I believe. Yeah.
Monday.
Yes. Yep.
Poor him. The ship really had it out for him.
And I liked that the comic relief parts were actually legitimately funny.
Yes.
They weren't like stupid. They weren't like, oh come on, that was a dumb line.
Mm-hmm. My favorite character was probably him.
I may have liked. I'm flipping through my notes because there's so many of them. I don't know. I don't know. I like pretty much all of them for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had a favorite on this one.
I also appreciated that. Go to Tam.
Yes.
Z Zane.
Yeah, Z. I think Z Zhang. Yeah.
I appreciated that they didn't have her speaking English.
Yes. So, well, we're going on it. So let's go and do the cast and crew rundown.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're already there. Schmidt was Daniel Bruhl.
Yes.
And he was the one the entire movie. I'm like, where the fuck do I know you from? I was like, I know you from something. It was really bugging me. Turns out I know him. He was the cute soldier from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Took me forever. I was like, where do I know you from? That's where.
I recognized him from Captain America.
What? I was looking it up. I'm like, who was he in that?
He was the bad guy in Civil War.
Oh, okay. Yep. I recognize
Zemo.
Yep. Well, that went over my head. The only real eye candy we had, sadly.
Yes.
But no complaints.
Yeah. I mean, Chris O'Dowd he's cute.
Not in this, he wasn't.
True.
Not in this one. But yeah, in the It Crowd he is. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But not in this. Then we had Jensen, who was Elizabeth Debicki.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recognize her, but once I was looking her up, she was Aisha, one of the gold people from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh. Yeah, the one with hair.
Then we had Hamilton, and I'm going to butcher her name. I'm so sorry in advance. I want to make you say it. You're going to be a dick and laugh at me. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Okay, Gugu Mbatha.
Or it could be
Gugu Mbatha-raw.
Could be Kuja.
Oh, really?
Possibly.
Kuja? Okay.
But anyways,
that sounds way less American.
Hamilton.
And way more proper. She's Hamilton. Phenomenal job.
Yes.
I don't recognize her from anything, but just phenomenal job.
Like, her speaking voice is just fantastic.
Yes.
When she was doing the recording at the end, I'm like, she could read me stories to sleep.
Right? Just really good. I was really, really happy with her.
Mm-hmm.
Commander Keel. I'm going to butcher his name too, and I'm sorry, sir. David Oyelowo. I can't say that word. Oyelowo. Like, my mouth can't make that word work.
I have no idea.
Lowo? Lowo is hard to put with oi. Lowo. Wow, that's hard. David Oyelowo. Sheesh.
Sounds good.
I probably got it wrong. I'm sorry, sir. Also, good job.
Mm-hmm.
We discussed Mundy, Chris O'Dowd, looking rough. Tam, we discussed her. She was really cool. I didn't recognize her from, but she's been in House of Flying Daggers and Memoirs of a Geisha.
Yep.
Did not know that.
For the moment, I thought she was Hammer Girl from Raid 2, but
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. But I was wrong.
I don't think I've seen Raid 1 yet.
Oh.
I know. Acosta was John Ortiz, who's been in I wrote down bunch of shit.
Yes.
He's been in a bunch of shit.
I didn't recognize him with the shaved head, but yeah, been in a ton of shit.
Yes. And Volkov was Axel Hennie, Hennie. Did not recognize him in anything, but also decent job for while he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Director was Julius Ona, and it looks like this is his second feature film with many, many shorts under his belt. So
kudos to him.
Yes, good job, sir. That is the cast and crew rundown. We need like special like dun, 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 cast and crew rundown music.
Also, because I forgot to bring it up earlier.
No sold.
Huge kudos to Netflix, period, for keeping it secret for so long.
Mm-hmm. Even I was confused when you were talking to me about it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Letting the cat out of the bag during the Super Bowl?
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was really excited. I don't watch sports ball. So, I'm sorry. Sports ball! I don't watch that. So, I had no idea what the hell you were talking about. You're like, Cloverfield's debuting after the sports ball. And I'm like, what? I'm like, and then you're like, yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm like, how did you see the trailer if it's debuting? And I was like, lines were crossed. We figured it out.
Yeah.
So before we just go into random notes, we're gonna do for the first time ever, holy shit moment. Holy shit moment. What was your holy shit moment?
Tam, when she died.
Okay. Mine was when the fucking guy Volkov exploded with worms.
Oh, yeah.
See? I was like, what? Because like when the guy said the worms are missing, I'm like, okay, they just got displaced maybe on the other space station because we didn't know it exploded then. And B, I didn't think about that. So I think the movie major respect for just taking I wrote it in my notes somewhere, but taking the parallel universe idea and having fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, it is some really unique stuff that we have not seen before. Like, that was like, when his eye moved, and now we know why.
It reminded me a little bit of, you may never have seen it, but the Philadelphia experiment.
It's been years, decades.
Well, if you remember.
Yes. Once the, Jensen was, because at first I thought Cloverfield was in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, don't open the fucking wall, you idiots. Because that Cloverfield could be in there. It sounded just like Cloverfield. And then they do it, and I'm like, oh my god, like,
it's a chick. and she wasn't just in there. I mean, she was fused in there. She had wires sticking out of her leg and a fucking pole through her shoulder.
I called her something. I wish I could find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I called her alternate dimension wire lady. So they had to say
nice.
Alternate dimension wire lady. I think that was a holy shit moment. The water scene with Tam was a holy shit moment. The worms I did not see it coming. You could see what was going to happen to Tam.
Mm-hmm.
But Volkov got exploded by worms, and I did not see it coming.
No.
I was like, I have seen people go out of airlocks in space station movies before. I have never seen anyone explode from worms that were put inside of them because they projected dimensions.
Well, and you even brought up the thing that was the oh shit moment about Tam's death for me. I was expecting the water and everything to go out once that hull breach happened, but yeah, it would freeze.
Yeah, I thought it was really smart.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yes, really smart. And there was a lot of like damn moments, like Commander Keel being on that floaty ring thing. He's just floating in space.
Yep.
Jensen got exploded out of the space station. She's just floating in space, dead.
She had bad guy hair.
I even wrote. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find it now. I wrote, did blonde lady volunteer to be sent to the other dimension? Because it feels like she's lying or hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
From the very beginning, I was like, I don't trust you.
Nope.
And it could be because she had bad guy hair. That very well may be the reason why that I did not trust her.
So I was not surprised at all.
All right, were there any at all mediocre moments for you?
I think for me, it was the fight between Hamilton and Jensen, and the part where I totally thought Hamilton was going to grab Mundy's arm and toss it at her because she looked at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then nothing happened with the arm. So, arm fake out. Severed arm fake out.
Yeah, I think they just didn't do enough with the arm.
Yeah.
That was a huge plot device.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like,
didn't they foreshadow Hamilton looking at it during the fight scene?
yeah, exactly.
And is that what you're talking about? They just
Yeah, it was a severed arm fake out.
Okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. I was like, where did they go with that? For me, the whole arm just not meeting its potential, which falls in line with what you were saying. So, a shared mediocre moment of failure to use the arm to its full.
I'm just like, how awesome would it have been to have a severed
arm
working
fight.
arm?
Like she could have been like slapping her. No, she could have like been slapping her around with
Yeah.
it. Like do some Benny Hill shit or do some music. What's going on? It's turned into like a fucking Jim Carrey movie now. All right, I'm going to run through my notes then.
Okay.
I didn't care for how it. I get it, now, but it seemed very abrupt how she was on Earth with her husband Hamilton, and then she was all of a sudden in space.
Yeah.
That could have been like a week later, like put some text down there to give us context in time,
Mm-hmm.
which they did with the montage of them being up there for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that I didn't care for that. I said it was a nice diverse cast as far as like countries, nationalities, races, although it was a really awesome diverse cast.
International as hell.
I want a space chair. I really, really want a space chair. They look really comfortable. I was like, I want a space chair. Donald Logue with some exposition about he's probably kind of giving away the plot when he said that it could rip into the fabric of space, multiple dimensions.
Oh yeah,
crashing
totally
in,
forgot about
etc.
Yes.
I was like, okay, so now we know what's going on. I was like,
Mhm.
kind of wish you hadn't given that away. That'd have been nice, little surprise, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he went on to say, this could unleash chaos. He said monsters, demons, beasts from the sea, wink, wink. In the past, future, and other dimensions, wink, wink.
His book is going to sell really well.
If anyone's alive to buy it.
Well, true.
We had an appearance by Slusho. Love Slusho. It's in every Cloverfield. I used to have a shirt that says it's like their drink,
Oh yeah.
but it was like a figurine in the movie. Yeah, I used to have a shirt from when I worked at Blockbuster that said Slusho. I don't know where the hell it went. I would not have given that away.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm assuming somebody stole it. I wrote, shouldn't this ship be prepared for particle accelerator overload?
You would think.
If you're gonna take that's a fucking just bomb. If it can warp you through space and time and dimensions, maybe outfit your ship to be prepared for that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. And then this would have been my moral of the story if I ever do a written review. I wrote, see what happens when you pray to a higher power? You get wormholed. That'll teach you. God's like, okay, yeah, I'll make it work for you, but fuck, you're going to be in, over there, other Earth.
And it's also very appropriate with the worm.
Yes. See, I was unintentionally clever. Go me. Awesome. I wrote, why would you open the panel? I was like, why would you do that? Cloverfield's in there.
I mean, shoot the panel first.
Something. I really, really need a cellular growth accelerant. Say that fucking fast 10 times. Holy shit. Cellular growth accelerant. Wow, that's hard to say.
And she had one hell of a smile on her face during that entire time.
Right? Oh my god. Fucking villain all over. Villain. Then we had a random evil foosball table spot.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that was about. And the whole time when Volkov is playing with his face in the mirror, I'm having poltergeist flashbacks. And I'm like, please don't peel your face off. Please don't peel your face off. please. I can't deal with that. And then his fucking eye moved. I was like, ah! I said that out loud. So if I ever did a reaction video, you see me go, ah! Out loud. I wasn't expecting that. Because I wrote Volkov eye scene, act.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, the worms projected into him. Oh my god. I was not seeing
That's fucked up.
It was. I was like, oh, it's such a shitty way to die. Ugh. Yuck. I wrote, it was great use of the displacement idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her being, Jensen being trapped in the wires. Okay, yeah, that's, very Philadelphia experiment. But this was just different stuff, like the arm thing and the worms thing. I was like, that's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's like very much like Philadelphia experiment for Jensen. She just got transported to another part of her ship.
Yep.
Everyone else got swapped. And then the laugh out. Okay, we'll do a laugh out loud moment of the movie. We'll add that now. That's a new segment we're gonna do now. I'm making it right now. LOL moment. Where I laughed the hardest was when Mundy says, "What are you talking about, Arm?" I thought that was so fucking funny. I was like, yes, yes, awesome delivery, and it was fucking funny.
Like, I'm very appreciative that he wasn't freaking out.
Yeah.
Over the entire arm thing.
He's just like, oh, I can't feel any pain, and stop talking to me like you're my parents and I'm not here. He did good comic relief.
Yes.
So I'll give him that. Oh, he did good overall. No, I'm saying I'm giving him that. And he did good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the compass thing being inside of Volkov was pretty weird.
I mean, you would figure
like he would have felt that.
It's like my stomach feels very heavy right now.
Yeah, like wouldn't that kind of work its
and
way?
all I had was space ice cream.
Or bagels or whatever the hell that was. That was so weird. But like, yeah, like wouldn't it have worked its way down him? It's
because of the weight.
Yeah.
And
like,
kudos to Tam for just reaching in there after dude exploded with worms.
Yeah, it just seems really, I don't know. I'm trying to be too scientific with it, but. And then I wrote, damn, her kids are alive here.
Yeah, that was
like, oh. And they use that plot device really well.
Yes.
Just,
Well, and even Jensen's motivations.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
She had it right. I mean, would you sacrifice the life of two people for the entire planet?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So she was like the villain, but not. Like she still had her own noble intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole time I'm thinking that Hamilton wants to go back. She wants to see her kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then when she said, "I need to save them," I was like, "Oh shit, yeah." Because other Hamilton's gonna like blow up her children, so she needs to stop her. Which she did at the end, sort of. So when the three of them had to go across the space bridge to the other side to dislodge or to detach the 1/2 part of Cloverfield from the rest of it because they were spinning.
Mm-hmm.
When they were like at the end where Commander Keel like locked himself in and Hamilton was looking at him, I wrote maybe stop having a heartfelt moment and do the thing.
Yeah,
you're at like 24.8%.
Yeah.
Thank you for your sacrifice, sir, but
we got shit to do.
Yeah, we got lives to save. We're gonna fucking rotate and just be torn apart. And then why did all three of them need to go?
I guess it was just, they weren't expecting.
Okay.
They had no idea what it was going to be like on the other side.
Yeah. And then we get to the part where Hamilton is in the escape pod, and Jensen quote unquote, turns on her, and then sets the escape pod to like detach to go back to her Earth. And then Jensen wakes up with like 30 seconds to go. And I wrote, go home or save Schmidt. Like that's a kind of a badass choice to give.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she wasn't probably supposed to wake up, but still.
And again, I mean, Jensen didn't kill her then.
No.
She was still looking out for her. She was still trying to save her.
Yep. I wrote, when I thought Schmidt was dead, I wrote, poor Schmidt. I was like, aw. That's like the only fucking eye candy we have. During the kind of lame, weak fight that should have needed the arm, I thought showing her family was a dick move.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ooh, low blow. Low blow.
Like, I wish at that moment, instead of Hamilton, getting the feels, I kind of wish it would have been more of a, you bitch. Like, you
Yeah,
went too
yeah,
far with that.
yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
pissed at this point.
Yeah. Let me grab fucking what's his face's arm and bitch slap you. Like, no, leave my family out of it. There needs to be outtakes of that happening. Just
Yeah.
psh, 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 psh.
This is how we would have been.
That's how we would have done Cloverfield Paradox. It's like, stop hitting me with the fucking arm. Give me the escape pod and shut up. Damn it, Jensen.
It's like Monday. Thanks for giving me a hand.
No. No.
You can edit that out.
Yeah, no. I'm actually gonna leave it in now. That was, no. Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. So moving on from that little bit of awfulness. So this is when the movie was like, because it kept giving you like damn moments. We're just like damn. So the damn moment here was, damn moments. No, we have too many moments. So I was like, go back to like War Earth with her family there, or go back to Cloverfield Earth. And she doesn't know about Cloverfield Earth.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, she had no idea that monsters have landed. But my entire thing is, like, going back to War Earth, it's like, yeah, your family might be alive.
Exactly.
But it sounds like it's kind of shitty down there.
Yeah.
So...
But hopefully it gets better for them, because she sent the schematics to them to make the station work. So yippee. Then when she was talking to the like mission control at the end, she's like, "We have a stable beam," and they're like, "Yay!" And I'm like, "Except Cloverfield's down there. It's been down there for a while. It's wrecking shit." Because clearly it hit like England and the U.S. I'm assuming relatively at the same time. So that was a little weird. And then loved the ending. Loved it when her husband was like, "You told her to come back." I was like, yes. I thought the very, very, very end was a little cheesy.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
But
I totally give you that.
I liked the dilemma. That it was like one dilemma after. This was like the Cloverfield dilemma.
I'm just like, we already knew about the dilemma. We didn't need
Exactly, yeah.
that. What I was kind of hoping for, I'm not sure if you remember this from the first Cloverfield.
I've seen it like 10 times. So.
But at the end, after everything's over, and it's just footage of the couple, old footage, there's when they're on the merry-go-round.
The thing falling from the sky?
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to be them.
Yes, me too. But then it wouldn't fit with the time frame.
No.
Unless England got attacked way earlier. Well, not way, I mean, days earlier. I forget how prior that was filmed before Cloverfield happened. But if England got attacked first, it would have been on the news.
Yeah.
And what happened with them in New York just took everyone by surprise. So I was hoping the same thing. I did, but at the same time, I was kind of like, that wouldn't make sense though.
No.
With the time. Oops. So yeah, I mean, few missteps. The ending I didn't care for. The arm was a big miss. I mean, you could have had the space stuff be a standalone movie if you omitted the Cloverfield stuff on Earth.
Yeah, so, because if anything, this thing doesn't, like, nothing still explains.
Yeah. So that's my major complaint. I think it's like, once again, they made a separate movie and just tacked on Cloverfield onto it to call it Cloverfield, but not explaining anything. Like, Cloverfield 2 didn't explain shit. It was an awesome, like, captive movie for 90 minutes and then a stupid Cloverfield movie for 10. And this one, it did a good job of balancing Cloverfield and space, but you take space away from it, and it's just like an Event Horizon Gravity movie.
Yeah.
You know, the shit fucked up, and she needs to get back home. And with Cloverfield, apparently, but they don't explain how. So I liked the actual, like, I liked it, but I still think that Abrams is kind of fucking around with us with the overall exposition, I guess, of the story. Like, it fits into the mythology well of what he's giving us, I guess I should reiterate. But it still feels like a separate movie with Cloverfield attached to it. Just it's like, I made a movie, but we can't release this movie as is. Well, name the ship Cloverfield, and then film some shit on Earth, and we'll have Cloverfield attack, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
just still feels like a stretch.
Like, the only difference between this one and part two was one entire 90-minute movie with Cloverfield at the end. This was like space, Cloverfield, space, Cloverfield. You know, it was interspersed throughout the story. But at the same time, so my nitpick complaint still carries over from part two, just not nearly as bad because it wasn't like blocked and then blocked.
Yeah.
This is, like here. I hope that Cloverfield 4 explains what the fuck is going on and isn't vague for the sake of being vague and isn't a completely separate movie with Cloverfield attached onto it. That's what 2 and 3 feel like. I like this one. I did. Story-wise, it was good. But as far as explanation-wise, not so much. Like, you can't have she falls, her and Schmidt fall from space and then Cloverfield. Yeah. Okay. Like, I liked the dichotomy she was given, like I said, of, Earth at war or Cloverfield Earth. Like, that's fucking great. But it could have been done a little better.
Well, and again, what we had already discussed, the shot of when he goes and rescues the little girl and he sees giant shadow monster.
Yes.
In the smoke. Well, that was enough for me as a viewer. I didn't need the giant monster head at the end.
Yeah. They kind of hit you over the head with that at the end. And yeah. The more I think about it, I did like it, but it's very much like part two, where they made one movie and then tacked on some stuff to make it Cloverfield.
But the movie that was made was good.
Yes. And since they didn't block it, like I said, it was easier to digest than 2. Because when 2 happened, I left the theater really annoyed. This one, I was like, okay, you did it again, but
you got better at doing it.
You got better at doing it again. You kind of broke it into pieces. But I think at the same time, I was waiting for stuff to be explained. I was waiting for that part where, when the space station exploded, particles from space fell back to fucking Earth, and Cloverfield was attached to it, fell into the water, and evolved. Okay, then just explain. Thank you. Nothing was like, Event Horizon in space, and gravity, and here's some Cloverfield. There's Cloverfield. Yeah. How? Shut up. Cloverfield. That's how the meeting went to me. It's like, no, what? Should we explain it? Explain what? No, Cloverfield's there. But how? Shut up. Cloverfield. The movie, it's just been called Shut Up Cloverfield. But what? Shut Up Cloverfield. That's part 4. Part 4 is Shut Up Cloverfield. That's the official title. It's going to be the name of the series from now on, Shut Up Cloverfield. I still think part 1 is a classic.
Yes.
I saw part 1 at least 10, if not a dozen times. I love it. It's one of my favorite horror movies. So well. And
one of the best found footage.
Yes. Oh God, yeah. Oh yes, definitely. But I liked it. I did. But still kind of annoyed. So that's that. Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No. Just if you haven't seen it, well, you got a shitload spoiled for you. But
now you have.
Go watch it.
This will be with the spoiler. Okay, spoiler tag from the beginning will be this moment now. So jump to the end when we're going to wrap up. Because the entire fucking podcast is spoilers. Which, I remember in October some dude was like, you could put spoilers. I'm like, it says in the freaking beginning.
Yeah.
It says spoilers ahead in the very beginning of the... Okay, well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for listening. Tell us what you thought of the movie in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you like it more than 2? Don't you dare say you liked it more than 1. I'm going to slap you with his arm. Seriously. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next podcast. Until then, once again, I am Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we will talk to you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.